Filling the hard drives. All right.
Betwixt the raising of the undying emperor and the great planar war that shook the heavens, there was an age of contradiction, where cannons won kingdoms and muskets kept the peace. A brave few won the hearts of the conquered and conquerors alike. Of these we speak of the decline of the great kingdoms and cultures under the heel of empire. Of those we speak of gladiators and the untold thousands that worshipped them. This, an age of glory, where kings would be slaves and the gladiator would be king.
Thing. Oh, yes, Saturdays. For sleeping in and gaming. Shirking all other adulting duties for D&D. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Dread and Circus campaign, season 3, episode 9. I'm your DM and host Marty, joined by Mark, Adam, and Ahmed. How is everyone doing today?
Yay.
Wow.
I had
Hot
the
mics.
whole, I slept. I literally wrote in chat, sleep, poop, walk dog, eat, sleep, walk dog, D&D. That was all that has happened since the end of last session.
Awesome. So we're all caught up with Adam, and we saw your dogs, and your wife was dusting.
Yes.
That was funny. Seeing Ahmed and Mark's reactions were funny too.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's not Adam.
I'm glad
Adam-
you can tell the difference between the 300-pound man and the 120-pound Chinese lady.
Yeah.
You made your perception check.
It was a weird angle, man.
It was a weird angle.
How much ass do I have?
The whole screen. The whole screen. She must be dusting. Yeah, we'll just pretend that. Funny. So, Ahmed, what were you saying?
Oh, so my list was poop, sleep, wake up, yell at kids, sleep again, wake up, all you can eat Chinese buffet, try to drink enough water to get it out of my system, and game.
Nice. So you're going to be running to the washroom several times in the next hour, is what you're saying.
Third cup and
Weird. Okay, fine. Mark, what's going on with you?
another cup of piss in it.
Not much. Went to the market, went to the grocery store, played video games.
What are you playing?
Red Dead Redemption 2 again. I never got all the way through it.
Okay. I never got through one.
I got through one. I mean,
I didn't like the ending,
One was awesome.
but let's not ruin it for anyone who hasn't played those 5-year-olds.
I started watching the Punisher series again because I finally got the taste of Luke Cage out of my mouth, and I felt like I could go back and not just be annoyed of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones too, and being like, oh, these are so terrible.
Well, Netflix canceled them all, so...
Right, well, that's part of what was well, apparently
Disney bought them, right?
Disney bought them back.
Yeah.
Disney bought them. That's why.
Oh,
But they're
they-
gonna keep those shows around if you wanna.
They're gonna-
have that shit.
Well, Disney is planning their own streaming network service.
and anyone who's surprised by that needs a slap.
Yes,
Right.
but the Punisher is still the Punisher. One of the things I've noted early in this season, things are fun. He's having a lot of fist fights with Little Women, and I'm just wondering which mercenary company is I've got all these badass female mercenaries. Let's put them in the meat grinder of the Punisher. Send them against Frank Castle. This is the best use of my like.
Okay, I'm gonna ruin the ending for you. It's David.
La
Carradine.
la la la.
David
la,
Carradine's the
la,
main
la,
bad
la,
guy,
la.
and they all have snake wings.
Oh, wait, I can do this.
Nice. Okay.
Like,
Okay, we're
you
done.
have the best female mercenaries on the planet because they're going toe to toe with Frank Castle. They should be doing like Black Widow shit. Like,
I am halfway through Conan the Cimmerian, a book reading. I'm also halfway through Moneyball and another book. I seem to not be able to finish them. I just pick up the next shiny thing, go ooh, and get halfway through. So my goal is to finish these 3 books. The other one's political. I'm just not gonna talk about it because it's not a political channel. Okay. Where did we leave off last game? I think I did type a summary of what happened last game.
We were getting our shit pushed in every way.
we were
It's
learning
mentioned.
that it was good to be a ghoul.
Petrified,
It's good to be a
blinded,
ghoul.
Basically,
poisoned.
it was like it was like every room we
Cursed,
went into,
insane.
we got slapped really hard in the face.
This is get out.
Druids are not clerics.
All right, so this is the second. This is the second adventure with the Doomsday characters plus a few others in the crypt of the Iron Medusa. Tonight will be the third. The adventurers stumble through the crypts and mausoleums of the necropolis and face strange beings of light and malice. Over the course of the day, many of their band are diseased, cursed, blinded, or insane. Oh, petrified. Petrified.
I'm sorry. I have a very, very good question. Adam, sorry, because my brain's a little broken right now. You said that you have break enchantment.
Oh, I forgot Neville's is blind too. Yeah.
So
As
I'm
they
sorry. Why can't the shadow cast it on your own statue?
Because it's not a touch spell. So my shadow can't take the spell that is a non-touch spell.
It has to be a touch spell. Okay, that's why. Got it. Sorry.
Many of their band are diseased, cursed, blinded, petrified, or insane as they search for a way out, or at least,
Or some combination thereof.
or very least, a safe place to rest.
He says it. He says it like some of them have a cold and the guy has a flu.
All right, so
kind of stubbed his toe. He's
to recap your attempts to escape this place, you shot an arrow through the mists over the wall, and about 6 seconds later, the arrow came back.
That's awesome. But
Nibbles couldn't see down over the side of the wall when he climbed to the top of it. All he could see were mists. And Evander at one point tried to teleport with Zyra and Radimer back home, or at least outside of the crypt. And you got captured by the mists. There were spirits and ghosts in the mist that tried to touch you. They ended up touching Zyra and Evander, avoiding Radimer. Luckily, you guys got a negative level, and then the teleport got slingshot back in to the place where you had originally teleported from. Yes, shunted back in. It was not a happy ride, as something is pulling teleporters back into this place again. And I think Quinta summarized this. Shows you to mess with crypts meant to punish an entire family charged with treason. An imperial family, a powerful imperial family. Yes, it appears that the Imperium did do a number on these 3 families that are part of the Adela clan.
Here's what we're gonna do when we get out of this. We're gonna find the cleric or wizards who trapped this place, who engineered all the traps and everything to make it so awful, and we're leaving them here. We're gonna put them here, and this is where they stay, along with their families.
well, no, you have to
Yes.
see if. Well,
Yes.
but you're gonna have to remove some fingers or something so they can't cast their spells.
Yes,
and
it's all done. That's all done.
What's to say that the people that engineered this place weren't also buried
if
here?
if I made this place, they probably left them in here. There's a room probably full of them.
Okay. You are in what looks like the true the true crypt of the patriarch of the family. And there is an inscription upon his sarcophagus. that reads... You're an M2. Marcus Junius Adela, hero of the Imperium Patriarch. While my bones rest peacefully here, the Guardians need not protect me. And you had destroyed these two awful, shining children outsiders that were...
They're pretty bad.
yeah.
Yeah, they're awful.
Their bodies basically turned into like blasted silhouettes in the ground. Your arrows are recoverable as per our new rules.
Cool.
Of course, you're
They're
probably...
not, they're magic arrows.
What's that?
They're abundant ammunition arrows.
Oh, okay, great.
Quick question: is the player Ludus stuff being done at start of stream or end of stream? That is a question by Kenta.
We haven't actually done game 1 yet. We need to do game 0. I had asked the folks on the stream, or sorry, in Discord when you guys wanted to do this, before or after GaryCon, and you guys said after, but we haven't scheduled a day yet. I think people are still working on the masters. I gave them some builds, and they're making character sheets. We should schedule a session to finish that up sometime this week. Okay, what are you guys doing? Zeta has just read the inscription written in Imperial Common. Radimer has his ghost out, and he's commanding it around, although he's groping around because he can't see. Nibbles is also blind. Renee, you're no longer hiding. I'll just get rid of the stealth.
We should probably find a vendor, and we need to hunker down. There's no way for you to go through here without being able to see, unless there's a way for you to do it.
No, agreed.
Okay, there's some really ancient and faded tapestries that have depictions of knights, and actually they're not grim tapestries. They perhaps might be celebrating the life of Marcus Junius.
So this crypt was half built by the family for their like altar crypt, and then it was like appropriated by the state and turned into like the screw you crypt. So,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, by his greatest thing was he rescued the prince, and the way the prince is spelled, it probably means the imperial prince at the time. This is like the first prince of Avacia.
Question: if the ghost puts on the bracers of armor, ghost touch.
Yep.
That allow him to be able to move stuff around?
I think it just gives him AC.
I think it would it would give him some AC.
He needs gauntlets of ghost touch to have hands.
Well, I hope you don't mind if my ghost takes the bracers.
Okay, yeah, they definitely could be put on the ghost. I'll just make a note.
These on you.
Bracers of ghost mage armor. What's the plus?
+2. I'll
Nice.
send it to you. There's a secondary. This is under Radimer.
Yep.
Give me a sec.
Under Radimer's undead, you could put the item in there. It's undead horde or whatever.
Where's the trigger for? Here he is.
All right, what now? Shall we try to find a place to rest? As good as that will do.
I think we're going to need to. With you and Nibbles in that condition.
And we need to find the vendor. Do you know which direction he went?
No, he didn't say.
Vendor, was also sick. We're going to need to find him before that illness takes him.
She just like yells up the stairs. Evander!
Shut up.
The dungeon stirs. I'm gonna mute myself.
There is no response from Evander.
Okay, I will. Don't worry. I will find Evander. Let's get everyone to a place that is safe-ish, and I will go hunt for him. Let's go up the fucking stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna copy your
As
tokens.
unsafe as it is up there, it's more unsafe down here.
Yep.
Okay, you're once again at the false crypt.
Okay, I'm gonna get Nibbles to help me put that lid on.
Okay, you have to guide Nibble's hands as he's blind.
I will guide his hips towards the lid.
Yep, you put the lid back on the false tomb of Marcus Aurelius.
Nibbles will sit on it to guard. I can't see, but
Spirit, guard this room. Yes, master. Just starts floating aimlessly around the room. It doesn't attack Renee or Zeta.
Just gonna check to see what Renee has for communicative spells. None is the answer.
okay.
This place is really big. Give me a second. I don't know that Radimer has a like telepathic bond or anything like that. I don't think that's his style. No, it is not.
Is the door open?
I don't
Marty,
know
do you mind if I ask questions, or
that's,
am I?
that's fine. Don't be too meta. But this door, I don't know if you've let it. Did you leave it open or not?
We would have left it open on our way down.
Okay. You can actually hear. You thought you heard Evander outside?
Renee's going to go sneaking around to find Evander.
Okay. You notice Evander in the grass doing snow angels, like. His hair is at all ends and swirling around like little snakes. He's dropped a bunch of equipment all around him.
Okay.
His armor's half off.
We're gonna pull out a subdual arrow.
All right.
We're gonna sneak up on him a little bit. Just need to be well, because these are 50-foot squares, right? I need to be within 60 feet of him.
Yeah, give me a stealth check as you're crouching up towards him while he's distracted. And then Ahmed, you could give me a roll for Evander. He still has his sword in his sheath.
Okay.
We'll say his current state of undress. He's at -2 to his AC.
Perception. He sees you.
35 is my stealth.
Not 20, baby.
That's not how skill checks work.
Damn you. It's not Pathfinder 2.
It's only been 18 years.
I'm adding my level to this.
You know what I think is going to happen in Pathfinder 2? I have a feeling you're adding your level to the DC. It's like Ahmed was right all along.
So that's a 33, so I got a 35 plus it.
Okay, so yeah, you right now have snuck up on him. Yep. Okay. You're kind of coming from a top, like if he's lying down, you're coming from the back of his head.
Okay. Gonna basically shoot him in the noggin with a subdual arrow.
All right, his flat-footed AC is 20. 22 becomes 20 because he's lost some of his armor, And then he's lying down, so 24.
Okay. It's going to be a silencing strike because I don't want him casting spells. I'm hunting spellcaster. Give me a second. Right. So. AC 30.
Yep, you plunk him into the shoulder with the non-lethal arrow.
Okay.
Do you want a reaction from him, like a D100?
Nope.
The reaction is pretty automatic. Okay. So first off, he needs to make a DC 19 will save to have like the ability to make a sound.
Okay, he's at -1 to his saves because it is negative level.
Okay, so he has a +7. Does he have his magic item on?
Yep.
His resistance.
Yep. His +1 resistance.
So
Yeah.
7, 13. He has a 20.
Okay. The DC is
8. Sorry, 21.
21. 21 makes it. All right. So he,
No,
No,
minus
sorry,
-1 for level.
Minus
20.
minus the -1 is 20. Shit.
okay.
Yep.
The DC is 19. So he still can on his turn he can cast a spell if he needs to.
All right, Evander, I guess a roll initiative because
40 non-lethal damage.
Oh, okay. He makes an incomprehensible noise as he's starting to rise up.
Okay, your
Damn,
initiative
19 initiative.
I roll natural 1, so you go first.
So
I don't get more sneaks on you.
Evander stands from prone, drawing his weapon. He looks around, he sees you, and then he strides towards you and doesn't quite make it into your face.
Okay.
His hair is reaching out towards you. He's babbling incoherently, swinging his blade with murder in his eyes. He's usually calm, cool, and snide, and he is not that.
Yep.
For some reason, his hair is bundling and twining up like they're little snakes, and they're snapping at you.
Okay, I will.
Perhaps inspired by the Medusa symbols that are all over this place.
I did not abundant arrow these non-lethal arrows, so I have to start keeping track of these. We're gonna.
Let's look these up.
They're not masterwork. So would they be
Oh,
met
shit,
like?
they're not masterwork.
So a non-masterwork arrow. What's the rule for that?
I think they break when you hit.
So they just get destroyed. All right, so we're going to just unleash the non-lethal grace of.
Or are they broken? Give me a second.
Because maybe we can
Get the
mend
broken
these.
condition.
Yep.
AC 30. I don't know what Evander's AC is.
Yeah, you hit him. You hit him. It was.
It's
Vander's AC is -2 from.
whatever that number there is,
It's
minus
20,
2.
24. It's 24.
Okay. Yeah, so I hit for sure.
Your normal arrows are destroyed when they hit. They are recoverable when you miss.
And so the special quality normal arrows, I need to get masterwork special quality arrows so I can keep them.
Yeah, masterwork durable would you just keep on using them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so 43 non-lethal. Is he still up?
He has 125 hit points. I don't know how many he has.
He had some damage at a negative level.
All right, so
Yeah,
80.
that's including the negative level.
83 non-lethal and 15 lethal is 98, and then negative level, so he's still up.
It's already that's included in the 125.
I'm going to hit him again. Sorry, that's a natural 1, but the bonus to hit is higher than that. Sorry. One's on -5.
Is
So AC
Barkskin,
38 would have hit.
still running? Is Barkskin still running? It would make him 28 if it is. AC 28.
Critical threat with the non-lethal arrow. I will choose not to confirm it.
Okay. Oh, he's leaving his neck open. We'll just fire at his shoulder.
We're just gonna, we'll pop him. We'll pop him.
As he's coming forward, swiping in the air with his
83. It was 83 non-lethal, and then how many? 15 lethal.
So another 19 non-lethal.
I'll add it, Marty.
Mm-hmm.
I'll 5-foot step back.
Did you see 19 non-lethal?
Another 19 non-lethal. Yeah.
Okay.
And I destroyed 3 more arrows.
He's down.
Cool.
127. He's unconscious.
All right, I will go pick up the arrow that missed, and I will pick up Evander, and I will start picking up gear, and I will walk his crazy ass back to camp.
Hey Gus, how's it going?
Kenny! Gus! Oh, that's Adam.
Okay,
I'm pretty certain that is not Jean Reno, that is René Chevalier. Very professional in his behavior. Okay, I'll spend a minute cleaning up after Evander.
Okay. I'm just getting something for Kenny. Give me a second.
Oh, Kenny wants to help.
Yep.
I'm scared.
Kenny wants to help. I'm scared. I'm scared of you guys because you're knowledgeable.
Well, to be fair, they also know that when you roll a natural 20 on a skill check, that doesn't mean you win.
hey, that just it makes sense. It makes sense. Just roll with it. It's gonna happen.
New Word doc. We're gonna call it.
We gotta empty a tank and refill another one.
We're gonna call it Sandbox. And then I'm going to share it. Share. Allow editing. Yes. Get a link. Copy. Kenny, I'm going to send you a whisper with a shared Word doc. Let me know if that works for you. Cool. All right. So you end up dragging Evander back with his equipment, picking up his blade and some of the things that he kind of dropped all over the place. You find it all kind of in this general vicinity. You didn't let him wander far. You did notice that he did do some damage to himself. Like,
that was what would be my
like
next question.
he had a welt on his head that he didn't have a few minutes ago, kind of thing.
That was gonna be was he always do it just roll like that? Or in story mode, does it become less like, no, you just kill yourself after an hour of being left alone?
Maybe for a few moments after combat, and then he calmed down and was just doing doing
if
stuff.
it just
Yeah.
just playing with your own feces in the corner. Kind of,
So you drag him back into the mausoleum. Zita is like, oh, he doesn't look very good. What has happened to him? Says Radimer.
I triggered the trap on the stair, and he attacked me, and then he started crying and teleport away. Sense motive?
On who?
On Evander's actions to diagnose the guy was nuts.
Yeah, you've been traveling with him for a few days, so you know him a little bit.
35.
Yeah, you know that he is underneath some sort of madness compulsion. Like
He is under some sort of magic to make him mad.
Well, this crypt is just a delight, isn't it?
he's unconscious at this
no,
point.
He's terrible here.
I believe it was sarcasm.
Don't like that either.
Understood. Nibbles picked up Radimer and threatened him earlier. So
Nibbles wears his emotions on his sleeve.
right. Fucking Rage-a-Hole PTSD guy.
Bring back my friend! We were just like laughing and beating people to death with chairs a minute ago.
He bumped my car to the grocery store! Fucking beating the guy out. Oh, easy. That escalated quickly. 300 years of Rage Hall. Yeah, Nibbles is probably is a broken beast. Renee, however, it's only until he gets hungry that he turns into a beast. How many days ago did you eat?
I ate the day before because we were one day out when we were screwing around with the big butt. So I believe.
Yeah, there were 2 days of travel here because you guys were using the spirit horses.
Yeah. So then I ate on that path. So.
Yeah.
Because in the nature's the best time to feed.
All the way from Wichita, spirit horse. All right, we'll get into that. Yeah, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to climb on top of this mausoleum.
Like the thing that Nibbles is sitting on?
No, like the roof.
Oh, you're gonna go out and climb up? Okay.
Yep.
What's your climb skill?
My climb skill. See, it's hard for me to bump my head, which is useful. My climb skill is +7.
Okay, you actually have to roll to get up there. Just one roll is fine.
All right.
The DC is 20.
I didn't get any
You
up.
make no progress.
All right, try again. Yay, I'm making up the thing.
Yeah, okay. So you're on top, Renee, kind of patrolling around and keeping an eye out while the rest of you are going to try to rest down here? Is that what...
I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
Renee's hiding up there, but yeah.
That's the plan.
All right. Where are you sleeping?
We're gonna get rid of Nibbles, open up some crypts, and just stick people in each little coffin.
No, I don't think that's the plan.
Sorry.
Just go to sleep. There are 27 unopened crypts in this area.
Lucy Renee, take it from me. If you smell like the undead, they won't harm you. Just rubbing the dust on us.
Radimer is going to use some of his negative energy to heal himself, I think. He also wants to heal the ghost.
Yes. Yes. So.
Does he have any of his negative channels left?
He's got, I believe, 1.
Okay, he will use that to heal instead of harm. Give me 7d6.
All right.
And this can also go back to Renee, but I don't think Renee is hurt.
Renee didn't get hurt. 27.
All right, the cures all of his damage and all the damage on his controlled ghost. Kiral, the traitor of the four who never returned. Kiral's just floating around and looking for things, and he generally leaves you alone. Radimer, are there any other precautions that we should take before going to rest?
Renee will stay
Anybody
watch
have
the
a
entire
rope trick?
time.
Does anybody have a rope trick?
No.
Grizak has a rope trick.
Too bad Grizak could not conjure his rope trick. Too bad he is a sorcerer. I could have learned it from him.
Who would have thought we'd never missed Grizak?
Nibbles.
Indeed, his spells are useful. Radimer's gonna sleep on the other side of the crazy dude. Is he just passed out? Is that what's going on, or?
I think. Well, if we have rope, we tie him.
Yeah. May I recommend something?
Do you guys have
Putting him
rope?
in one of the crypts. Cleaning it first.
Do we have rope? Give me a second.
Radimer has hemp rope and a grappling hook.
Okay, well,
So
I think Nibbles would be 2 blank eyes. I think Zyra needs to help. I guess
Tie him up,
Yeah, do we have to put his hair in curlers? How do we do that?
braid it. I don't know.
you know his hair will probably untie him, so braiding his hair is one way to keep it bound.
I was
So
making
you're
a
just
big
braiding
knot.
his hair and combing it.
But then you're tying like a vicious knot on the end of it and kind of roping it around him, and the ropes around it, and yeah, it's a whole ordeal to tie him up. But you have time. We'll say after recovering his things and tying him up and getting ready for sleep, it's another hour. You guys arrived here near the end of the day, so you could start your rest period if you wanted. I'm going to roll a percentile.
Is this what happens to nibbles?
Okay. We shall switch to the conversation layer. My body, says Maffei to the trapped Zyra.
I know it's been a long time, but it's at a minimum it's our body, if not my body.
Zyra.
Close enough.
They have retreated from the builder's level. They have retreated up the stairs from the crypt of Mox. They are in the crypt, the false tomb above, and they wait.
Are they safe?
I do not know. They are. They are resting.
How are they? Are they healthy?
There is something up there guarding them. Something like me. A spirit. If I go up there, I will be exposed. I don't like being exposed. Do you want me to make contact? There are 2 elves there. I believe they are your nephew and your niece. The line of Fabian and Ziffer. His hair is like that of his grandfather. And she is the spitting image of your sister. Sister of my body.
You should make contact, but you need to be careful.
There aren't many dangers between them and Suasandra. They merely need to go down several halls and find the secret door and descend into her lair. I do not believe the stone imp is here. I believe that it is gone. The shining children are destroyed.
Is Maffei able to speak to anybody other than me, or is it just familiar speak?
Let's have a look at her character sheet.
Yeah.
Because I made this decision. Companion, the shadow beside me. She has Shadow Tongue Shay Master's Languages plus Master Familiar Speak. So she can speak all the things. Yes.
Cool.
She has learned in the 300 years of being bound to you since the fight in the monastery of Saint Kirixix, which became the monastery of Saint. Ahmed, help me out. Mute.
Bamars?
Bomars, thank you.
Mars.
Yeah. She has been possessing you and your items, or kind of riding along, ever since her body was destroyed when you guys fought that crazy tree creature outside of the rip, the portal that led to the shadow plane. But the thing on the other side, Dracia Umbravilda, that is a day that still haunts your dreams, your reveries.
Bring good tidings. She'll give her a cure critical wounds.
She holds it like she doesn't want it to touch her.
Yep. Or potentially defend yourself from that thing. From theirs.
Yes. Okay, Maffei goes about sneaking. She's pretty good at sneaking, although it's not 100% guaranteed. I believe I put her skills in Zyra's sheet. Nope, because you didn't fill out yours. Awesome. Her stealth is max, so 11, 314.
Wait. I'm gonna count this column. I think this column is correct. I just didn't do the math. There was some. Oh, that was some shade thrown. That was the shade.
Incomplete character sheet. All right. Funny. Did you pick your rogue talent yet?
Huh?
Did you pick your rogue talent yet?
No.
There you go.
Sounds incomplete.
You're not helping.
You picked your spells though, right?
Yes, that part I did.
Okay. So cure critical wounds or serious wounds? What was it?
Critical.
Okay. So Maffei leaves, and you're left to your own thoughts for a while. You can still feel her. You know that she's sneaking. There is a.
The skills were all taken.
Yeah.
Skills are all picked.
Okay. Right. To Necropolis. There we go. Okay, it's about an hour after you guys bedded down. You've got Evander all tied up. Show me where you're actually sleeping, and give yourselves the prone condition if you're going to sleep. Nibbles, Zeta.
Markepult.
Sorry.
In about an hour, Evander starts to wake up.
Did you guys gag him and
Yes.
tie his fingers up?
Tied them all the hell up.
Okay, you gagged him?
We used
All right.
his braided hair to gag him.
Yeah, because I didn't hear that, and Marty didn't hear that, so I just want to make sure.
All right, so his braided hair basically goes out of his mouth. He starts to wake you guys up. My hair, it's tangled. Tangled, mangled, strangled. He
Takes his head into her arms. Shh, shh, it's okay, brother.
he did
It's okay.
3 points of damage to himself with his own hair before he starts to calm down. Where am I?
By how many did he wake himself up, or did he just knock his own ass out again?
Where am I?
Shh, go to sleep.
He falls asleep for.
Go to sleep.
He falls asleep in your lap. He mutters something that you expected it to hear him say, we are one.
Yeah, Mark didn't get that.
Or one.
We are one is what he says as he was kind of like dozing off to sleep and kind of staring up at your face. You can tell that he means you and him.
Okay, that's creepy. Even for them.
Yep. It could have been madness, or it could have been something else. But yeah, he ended up choking himself out with his hair. The hair finally relaxes around his neck as you're petting his forehead. Yeah, he's gone completely nuts.
Nibbles, you want to give him a bit of a bonk?
Is Nibbles sleeping on top of the?
Yes, like
okay.
on top, so nothing can push up because he's.
All right. There is a tense moment when I guess Renee hears this. Do not attack, intruder. as Maffei, as the ghost goes flying after Maffei, who came up out of the ground. People are starting to rouse. Radimer commands the ghost to come back. Everyone up, is what Radimer says. Whatever was there. There was a shadow, master. It intruded. Well, Zeta's now awake, and so is Nibbles. Renee hears this. You get the door open a little bit.
Nibbles disturbingly has his axe out, but obviously has no idea. What
Renee will make his way down.
Okay.
I will attempt to climb down. This is where we might have the well, no problem.
Do not fret. I am Maffei.
Maffei, you are here?
Yeah, Renee says that at the doorway. Zeta, you know Maffei is your aunt's imaginary friend.
But you're not real. you're her madness. We're all going mad now. We're all going mad now. Oh my, this is not good.
Renee, Zyra is alive. She is here, deep within. May I come out and play upon the walls in the shadows of your light?
Certainly. Renee switches to the ghost touch bow and looks at Radimer, or Radimer, keep your ghost away.
Radimer is looking around like, what the fuck's going on? He hears the whoosh from Nibbles' axe, and he's kind of crawled up in the corner of the crypt.
I get him. No, yes.
Okay, coming out of the bottom of the box, staying low to the ground, and then dancing like a silhouette across the wall. It approaches Zeta. Zeta, great niece of my body, Zyra.
Where's my aunt?
Her hand kind of reaches out along the wall. She's like two-dimensional.
Yeah, I don't want to touch her.
Zeta, your aunt has brought you a gift. And you notice that floating in her hand, there's what looks like a mote of a spell.
Okay, she'll take it, I guess.
Okay, you feel your wound starting to close. Go ahead and roll the healing, Adam.
Alright. Shadow healing! Give me a second. I need to see what the shadow magic thing does, because think conjuration is one of the things that
Is affected.
is a +1. Give me a second. Apparently I didn't copy the feed into that character sheet. Ah, I'm a jackass. Circus, where the hell is widget? 48 plus... enchantment, illusion, necromancy, darkness. No, conjuration is just unaffected. Okay. 28 healing?
Yeah, it heals her right up. Well, aside from the...
I could go and fetch more for you, but it is dangerous for me to move about, especially through her lair.
Through whose lair?
Suisandra.
What is a Suisandra?
Suisandra is ancient, a patroness of the Adelas. She is part fiend, part Medusa. She is trapped here, but knows the way out. She has agents who can leave. Beware the imp with basilisk eyes.
If we kill her, will we get the way out, or do we need to take her alive?
She has the funerary baton, the key that allows you to come in here. She has the way out. With spell, you could leave with the baton.
Could we re-enter as well?
Yes. Although you must have got here somehow. By your own accord.
Yes, we got in through trickery.
This is not the only crypt that that we have explored. The others are dangerous as well. I think each of the families, 3, has their own crypt, with treasures and dangers abound. This, however, is her domain, Suisandra. There are little dangers aside from minor traps and things on the crypts that lie between you and Suisandra's lair. It is in her lair that my mistress, my body, is trapped. Your great aunt, Zyra.
Can she bring back someone from stone?
Yes. It is a spell she has in her mind, but she is stone as well.
Oh, lovely. How does that feel, Ahmed? Not only have you been turned to stone, you're second on the list to get turned back. I'm kidding.
Suisandra has many offerings and things that she has plundered. Perhaps there is something amongst her baubles that can help. I dare not face her, however, for not only is she a Medusa, she is an archer extraordinaire.
All right. Yes, we cannot face her.
Maybe the other crypts also have something. I do not know. We did not go there. Suisandra is bound somehow.
Are there any other things here that would be hunting us?
Yes, there are many spirits. No doubt you have encountered some of them here, and each of the tombs of the families has restless dead, some more powerful than others.
Are we safe to rest here?
Relatively. Pray the imp with basilisk eyes does not come back. It would come back through this crypt.
Just kind of nods.
In or out from this crypt?
It might have secret ways to get down. A chimney, perhaps, or perhaps the ancient thing knows magic.
Where do the teleportation go?
They go to a landing deep in the earth here. From that landing, you go to the 3 crypts of the 3 families. These places we did not get a chance to explore. There are many people trapped here. Suisandra has turned many to stone.
This is where we build our army. An army of adventurers.
We could.
It's also where your replacement characters may come out of, should you die.
Ouch, Marty. Ow.
Should
It's the Bizak.
It's a Bizak and
Narble.
and Zima.
And Zima.
And Yavander, who's got really nice nails.
Do you know if there are any clerical supplies? Staves, wands, potions, anything. Scrolls.
The builders do have some items. Their crypts are many are disturbed down below. You have free reign of that level. Do not go down the stairs beyond that level, for that is the domain of Suisandra. There are curses, however. Powerful
shit, huh?
curses.
You don't say.
Can she cure madness?
I do not know. She is or was a healer.
Let's tell my aunt we are coming for her. I just need some time. I'm just kind of looking around like, where the fuck am I at when I need to do this?
You do not look well. What is wrong with you?
We are ill. They are blind and ill.
I will be able to cure the blindness. Very well. I can stay here to help watch.
Sure. Oh, and my brother's insane. And probably ill, actually.
The spitting image of Fabian.
You knew him?
Perhaps a little larger. Yes. I personally did not know them well, but Zyra does. And she and I share so much. My body.
Marty,
Yep.
would a magic circle against evil potentially suppress the insanity for the duration of the spell?
Look at you fucking cooking with gasoline. Let's have a look here.
usually gives the target an extra roll or a reroll or something. If they enter it.
Yeah, the part that makes me so the reason why it's like a magical effect, but it's an instantaneous magical effect. But you can remove it with other healing magics. So it's like, is it deformity or is it something that you would have as like an ongoing effect? Because it would be really nice to have Evander do a thing aside from needing to be spoon-fed.
Is there a place to get food here? Something to eat, maybe.
You have rations.
Enchantment charm, enchantment compulsion, and insanity is an enchantment compulsion.
So I think the answer is yes.
So he gets another saving throw against the same DC.
Every time you put a new magic circle effect on him, or magic protection from evil or whatever effect on him.
Yeah, so he get a new saving throw to have it suppressed for the duration.
Right, which your magic circle is good because the duration's a couple hours.
Yep, this works.
Okay.
Well, you can try it out, but it all lines up.
Yeah. Alternately, I could just bestow a shit ton of curses on him so that he can't really harm himself, and he's just gonna be in the corner with lots of curses. The 50-50 curse, and then no.
When are you coming?
When?
Yes.
When we can deal with what's wrong with us. We're not capable of fighting this Medusa yet.
Understood. What do you need from your aunt?
I don't know what she can provide.
She is...
Your aunt is a healer, always was, always will be.
Apparently she's also stone, according to...
I can deliver those spells that require touch for her.
Mark doesn't know, so spellcraft... Stone to flesh? Is that a touch spell?
Sure.
Are you just saying sure it is, or...
No, sure as in you can...
Give me a roll.
Yeah.
That's the give me a roll, sure. The intonation lets you know. And it is not a touch spell.
It is a medium range spell.
Right, because flesh to stone is an attack spell.
It's also not a divine spell either. I will tell her that her great nephew is gone mad. And I will be near to help. Know that Suasandra is very defensive of a strange pillar.
A strange what?
Pillar.
Oh, Nibble's good at breaking things. Nibble's break.
Okay. Maffei, I will go and speak to my body, commune with Zyra, and I will tell her that soon
Okie doke.
She flits away, silent as death.
I guess we're gonna try and rest.
Resume your guarding of this crypt, Kiral, but do not attack this creature named Maffei. As you wish, master.
Yes, no. Maffei, good ghost.
Maffei. And nobody argues with with Nibbles.
Well, nobody, especially with blind nibbles.
Okay,
I thought I was split chair in half to show strength.
all right.
So Renee will actually guard from the door down here, since it appears that the threats are mostly from within.
So 4 hours goes by, and then another 4 hours, which is 8. So Evander recovers 80 non-lethal. He's got 22 non-lethal, so he's awake at this point. You gagged him with not his hair, so he's gagged, just sort of looking around, wild eyes, kind of smiling. You don't know why he'd be happy. 8 hours of rest.
So, question.
Hmm.
From let's say I was a statue of Zyra, who was unable to pray properly. Or can I pray? Can I meditate?
You can?
Spell allotments refill.
Yep.
Cool. Since I see them with a bunch of ability damage, could I send up a few lesser restorations? Or is it risky for Maffei to go back and forth?
There is a risk every time Maffei, she has to sneak by Suisandra.
Oh yeah.
They got a healer, they're here, can take care of the lesser restoration crap. I will deal with the big problems.
All right. Grizak, also in statue form. Your tiny storm, Sparky, is also in statue form with you, and you find that you're able to talk to Sparky. That you're
Sorry. We also heal 1 ability damage
Per thing.
per thing. Yeah.
you guys are taking ability damage each. I don't think this is a restful sleep.
Then so we can't recover spells either.
No, you guys are the people who are cursed are
Alright.
taking damage.
Okay.
Let me check to see the duration of the curse.
Because disease curses are known for being short-term affairs. Also, this is the pop from Gary Kahn. It's the last one in the fridge. And I was being bitched at for filling my fridge with stuff that isn't supposed to be in my fridge.
Vacations are awesome.
Oh, and we got to save versus that roll again too.
Yeah. The thing is, it's 24 hours later for the negative energy,
Okay, right.
and then the crypt fever is frequency once per day.
So we didn't take damage really.
I think it's every time you get a proper rest in.
Oh, the word proper. Oh, you said proper. Oh, it wasn't proper rest.
What was that proper rest? You said it wasn't a restful rest. It's not a proper rest. Which means I guess Nibbles' curse didn't probably happen either. So. Oh well.
Okay, so you guys are just sleeping until morning is effectively what you're doing. All right. So the negative energy you don't have to roll for. You still have 1 negative level.
Was that something that could have been noticed or no?
Maffei does not
They
have...
didn't bitch about it, and Maffei's not
Yeah.
really a doctor.
Yeah.
You know what? Legit, let's check my heal skill. Because I don't think I'm good at this, so I don't think Maffei's good at this. I got 5 ranks. And Maffei's, what's her wisdom? Her wasdoom. And is it class? It's class skills, or how does that work?
No, well, she's different though. Yeah.
Creatures have different class skills than their masters.
Right. I'm trying to figure out what a Maffei. Maffei was a something. I'm looking for her class skills. Skills: fly, perception, stealth. Ugh, not much in there. All right. So, 1d20 plus 6 is how good she is. She's 1d20 plus 6 of doctor.
Okay.
That's not a lot of doctor. All right.
She had a good look at everyone, so.
All right. I will. 2 people have that, so I'll roll it twice.
Mm-hmm. First one's Zeta.
26.
Okay, she did notice that Zeta was harmed, and also noticed what Evander was harmed. So you know that 2 of them have neg levels.
Okay, so there's a material component that is not cheap for restoration.
Yep.
Is it something that is retrievable in my current state?
Sure.
Okay. I will send up 2 restoration spells that will get rid of all the ability damage and all that.
Okay. First trip for the first spell, we'll say on a 1. Suisandra sees Maffei.
Is that good?
Nope. And we'll say, because of the traffic, we'll say a 1 or a 2.
Traffic.
Good.
Well, yeah, she's going back and forth and back and forth, and
Yeah.
nope, she we don't have to do a. She's able to just avoid where she knows the snake lady is. Yeah, Maffei is able to kind of manipulate, or at least kind of go to where the dust is and sort of help out.
The stuff is still stuff.
Yep.
All right.
So subtract 200 gold pieces worth of ingredients.
Yep.
And Maffei does return several hours later and kind of heals heals the negative level.
From both of them.
What does that do to their ability score damage?
All of it's gone.
Okay. Is she waiting? And I guess is she waiting till she doesn't know? So we'll say,
Right.
1d2. The first one, does it happen before or after you guys wake up? It happens. So all of it happens after. So while you guys wake up, the strength damage for everyone with the curse is 1, and the charisma damage for everyone with the curse is 6.
Oh, not good for the sorceress.
The sorcerer's bard.
Maffei comes up and then delivers.
I think Evander's unconscious.
He's got 8 charisma damage.
I think he's 8 charisma.
Yes.
He's comatose.
Okay, so this keeps you from like recovering hit points and damage because it's like a recurring thing. You're not getting restful sleep. Nibbles needs to make a fortitude save because of his curse that morning.
Really wish I could cast this break enchantment spell.
The DC,
31.
the DC is 18, so
31.
all right. You felt a little stiff in the joint when you woke up, but you're all right.
Okay.
The curse remains. Ratimer's at 3 strength damage and 8 charisma damage, and is blind. Fucking. His bones are creaking.
Should I roll a 3rd health heal check for Ratimer? Or didn't even interact with Ratimer? I think I just forgot about Ratimer.
That's fine. Maffei says she'll be waiting. She'll be waiting downstairs when you're ready.
8 charisma.
Ratimer,
Good.
are you going to
Oracle.
re-prepare his spells? Who's playing Ratimer?
That's me.
Excuse me.
We're gonna.
Marty, you're saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a question. You're saying I can speak with Sparky?
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Fucking shit, huh?
Sparky's also
That's what it feels like.
is also trapped in a stone form.
That's what it feels like, huh? Oh, shit. Sorry, buddy.
I was asleep.
Says Sparky.
And now I'm sleeping now, too.
So Sparky speaks to the storm, to the voice in the storm for you, and you're able to, with Sparky in stone form while you're petrified, you're able to prepare your spells. Enough time has gone by that you've got to rest in.
Can Stormy get me out of this?
I don't know. I'll ask.
Fucking useless.
You do get to re-prepare your spells, though. That
But how are the guys doing?
I don't know. I was asleep.
Why don't you ask them? I'll be waiting over here.
I can't.
Oh, shit.
I'm in your pocket, I think.
usually have it by the inside pocket, right next to my balls. Safest place, I tell you.
Okay, he's an elemental. He doesn't care where he's kept.
Alright,
He says close to your jewels, but he says it in a way where it's not even funny. Like the concept of how this would be funny escapes him.
why do you laugh so much? Because you're a funny guy.
I don't think you've ever taken Sparky out since you got back in this campaign. So
No, I don't think.
I took him out for a little bit, but
then put him back in.
things
Okay.
got dangerous.
Yeah. All right. Blindness, deafness automatically works. So you want to tick off two.
I've got 2 of those ticked off. I'm going for the remove curse disease combo. Are those fourths or thirds?
thirds.
Well, they're fourths now.
All right. Radimer is able to cast a couple of spells, calling out to Weejas in this strange place. This place that could very well be a temple to her, a goddess of death and magic, and removes the blindness from himself and then nibbles.
Oh, thank you, Radamar.
Nibbles actually got rest, so his 4 damage is gone.
Oh, okay.
He's not diseased.
Yep.
Oh, lordy lord.
Maffei does come back and cast the second restoration on Evander, restoring all of his ability damage. His non-lethal is gone by this time. No, there's still a little bit of 80 over. He still has a little bit of left. He's awake now, though. Looking around the room, he still looks pretty mad. Is Radimer going to start lesser restoration on himself?
Yep.
Give me some rolls.
Give me a second. I'll see if he has a full-on big papa. Because if he has a big papa, he'll just use that. Because just make it all go away versus like all of the spells.
Mm-hmm.
He. Give me a second. I think you can prepare a big one. And I don't think he can actually get rid of that disease today because he doesn't have enough spells. These shitty decisions. He will do it through. He will attempt to remove disease and curses from 2 people.
Okay.
And he will use all the lesser restorations to make himself feel better because he's got more of those
From his oracle?
from his oracle.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. And then after this, you may want to kajigger his wizard spells. Actually, no, he can't.
He
He
can't.
didn't get a good rest.
Those are still where they are.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 4, 3 is 7. How's our charisma doing?
1 damage.
We have a magic item that makes it so it's just normal. We'll leave it there. The strength, he's got
3.
3. We'll put 1 into that. 3. Done.
Okay. I feel somewhat better. What about you, Nibbles?
Oh, a little stiff, probably from lying on the rock bed. But yeah, good. Thank you, Radamar. I smash next thing at your name.
She just nods.
I think we're gonna.
Do you not have a god?
Oh yeah, and I smash many things in his name. Lots of pieces of his name everywhere, all over the north. Next one's for you, though.
A giant god. Interesting.
Yeah, and really interesting and really big. Like, really big.
Hmm.
Like, he would not fit in this room, he is so big.
No doubt.
And he think big things. Because he's so big. Like a big axe.
He just has a lot of patience and just nods to Nibbles. He's happy this morning that the two of you are getting along.
Yeah, he's not like,
Yeah.
I'll kill you. Oh god.
I do have to break it to you. I do not have the power to bring Grizak back. We will have to get him out of this place to do so.
Dad, okay. You heard Maffei yesterday. We find something downstairs.
I am pleasantly surprised that Zyra is still alive.
As am I. She looks
Renee's like staring from one to the next, not looking approving, but not saying anything.
Yep. They had spell components on them.
Renee, I think this morning we should... She looks up kind of outside, like it's early morning. To start with, we should try to see if we can find any scrolls or anything to turn Grizak back.
Radimer has one magic circle against evil prepared, so we can try to do that with Evander at some point.
Okay.
That will give a roll.
Evander still has some damage. He's got 22 non-lethal and 18 lethal. I don't know if you're playing doctor to him at all, or
Not yet.
okay.
Yeah, we'll save that. We'll save that for if we're ready to attack the Medusa.
You subtracted your diamond dust, Adam?
Yep.
Okay.
I grabbed it from spell components. I can grab it from diamonds. Because it's a diamond.
Yeah, it could just be diamond.
It just means that there's no true restorations available.
Yes, that's why.
That's why, yeah. I don't want there to be full restorations available, because...
Nope.
Not anymore. Alright. I'll change that to diamonds and this. Alright, more than this. Okay. Alright.
And Radimer is walking around with no diamonds. Fuck, so he couldn't.
He could have done it even if he wanted to.
Nope.
Yeah, well, we suck at this.
I'm sure you'll find diamonds here. Go look for them. Go look at that shit.
All right, you have all received a restoration. Those that are cursed, you still have curses, however.
So, Radimer has 2 remove curses and 2 remove diseases.
Okay.
And he's going to try it on himself, and he'll try it on Zyra.
Okay, let me look up remove curse, remove disease with a minute of each other. All right. Remove disease.
This would be where if it was... Zyra's better at this, but she needs her fingers.
D20 plus caster level check against the DC of the disease. The DC of the disease is 22.
Alright, his caster level is 8.
Oh, okay. It could happen. It could happen.
Give me a second, I have to close a bunch of windows. I've got like 8,000 windows open and the new...
Oh, and the remove curse is the same roll.
Yep, and they both need to work on an individual.
Yep.
Right. And I guess we don't know that they work until you've done both, so it's...
Right, and I'm going to keep track of the
1d20
rounds.
plus 8. So... Nope.
Nope.
And then he'll try on Zyra. Or does he... I guess, you know what, fuck him. Fuck Zyra. He's trying on himself again?
Nope.
Nope. This is very low probabilistics. You need Zyra back to get rid of this. Because... she's an oracle.
Okay, so you were doing disease and curse and disease and curse?
Curse disease.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's all. Like it was like that was the first 2 spells and then the second 2 spells.
Okay. He cast detect magic and is looking at himself. This curse is pernicious. It is vile, and it is unbroken.
Perhaps they should be the one poking around the tomb then.
That's what I was going to suggest. I mean, we should be nearby to back you up in case you run into anything, but you're certainly better equipped to deal with some of the hazards down here.
I've always had this strong constitution.
Evander's making noises.
Shh, dear brother.
Is Zeta slapping Evander? Is she?
What is yeah. Thwack!
His eyes are wide looking at her. He starts crying.
You need to do like 80 damage.
Elbows to the skull.
He starts sobbing and starting to roll around in his ropes. He then pees himself.
Awesome. Are there like rafters in here or something?
They're alcoves where the smaller sarcophagi are. Yeah, there are some support beams and things like that.
Nibbles, would you mind hanging him from up there? I don't want him worming his way out. Oh, okay. Big bag of Evander.
Are you hanging him upright or upside down?
No, like
you looped under his
like
armpits.
with his legs up, like
What's-
his legs and feet tied together.
Yep.
And
He's a hammock.
Yeah, he's a hammock.
Okay. He struggles a little bit, but Nibbles is too strong, and
And he's already tied.
yep.
Day one of the dungeon took out 2 PCs.
Corral, while he's flying around, just sort of stopped and looked at Evander, and Evander's eyes are like wild with craziness, and just floats off.
Let us search for magic while I mange the substance. Oh, food.
Yes. Oh, now I'm jealous.
It's
Eating
like
potato chips.
double patty chicken
Double patty
burger
chicken burgers.
Oh.
with
It's-
nothing on them.
And spicy stuff. No,
Oh,
there's
okay.
ketchup, mustard.
Okay.
I'd just have the chicken myself.
Much meat.
Okay, what are you guys doing now?
We're letting Renee search the dead.
Oh, you're looting the tombs.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I need 27 D2s.
Okay.
1, there's something. 2, there's not.
Oh my god!
How many ones?
Count 13.
Okay. Give me 13 D6s. On 1, there's magic.
Looks like 3.
Okay. So on the other 10, you find about 3,300 gold pieces worth of jewelry, knickknacks, rings, that sort of thing.
Okay, I'll add that to the party sheet.
Out of the 3 minor magics,
That was 3,300? Okay, that's a total of 4,000 now. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I do
Are any of those jewelry diamond based?
That's an excellent question.
interesting. Do any of them have diamond rings?
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, but you told Sparky. for 6 weeks in game at one point.
Yes, Pimpin' Adela had rings full of diamonds.
What were the total? What's the total number of treasure that you've taken from the minor crypts?
4,000 so far in assorted jewelry.
Times
And gems.
0.04. You found 160 gold pieces worth of diamonds in that 4,000. So little bits of diamonds, kind of as secondary gemstones. Ratimer, I believe, is pretty good at appraise.
Yeah, Zyra's pretty good at it too.
Okay, Zeta, you mean?
So I'm gonna remove the 160. Adam, do you want to keep track of that? Because you're gonna use them, I think.
Could you throw that on Ratimer?
I'll throw it on Ratimer, sure.
Okay.
Lamont.
Yeah, Zeta's decent enough to tell cubic zirconiums from diamonds, and you pick out a little bit of this. This is probably an hour or two of work. He is kicking up a lot of dust. What are you guys doing while he's doing this
We're
grim
just
task?
staying back. Like,
The dust is filling the room because he's opening
yeah,
up.
get out of the room.
Okay.
Leave the room.
So you
Well,
guys are-
the others have to leave the room. I'll stay near because I'm in a bubble of awesome.
Oh, right. You've got your bubble of
Yeah.
it's safe. All right. Okay. So you're picking things out. Renee is actually carrying a lot of this stuff because you're worried about the crypt fever cursed dust. Of course, you're already cursed, so I don't know if these precautions are warranted. And then the 3 minor items. Let me find.
If a reapplication of the curse reset the daily counter thing, that would be bad. So, yeah.
I have somewhere, maybe it's in Titan's Gift. Random magic items. Legends, maybe? Meta charts.
I don't think I've ever said this before. Scroll.
Yeah, I've never wanted to scroll so bad for treasure in my life.
Okay. Yeah, I do have the chart in a different. Let's copy this page.
Scroll of flesh to or stone to flesh. That's really stone to dust. Oh, sad horn.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this completely random because it's like all minor treasure that is in this place. You had 3 minor items, right? Or 3 items.
Yep. 3 items, yes.
Let's give me a D10. If you roll a 10, they are actually medium items.
2.
I need 3 rolls.
Oh, 3 of them. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are not.
Okay,
yet.
they're all minor. I will show the chart that I'm using straight off the Paizo website. Give me 3 D100s. Scrolls are 47 to 81.
Yeah.
All 3 of them are scrolls.
Now, given where we are, it seems to me there's
It's in the name.
Now, the fun thing about minor scrolls is they go up to 3rd level. You find a 1st level scroll, a 2nd level scroll, and a 2nd level scroll.
Okay, well that's frustrating.
All right.
Well, it's that first number where it's like break enchantment and stone to flesh are both not even on the options list.
Nope.
Okay, they might have been buried ceremonially with these scrolls. Like, here's the identify scroll because you love to identify in life. I'm gonna write.
It's one of those when you're burying the dude who's just decked out in gear, and it's like, here's what represented your gear.
Yep. So there's a scroll of identify, caster level 1.
You were a nerd.
See, it's like I wipe my ass with identify scrolls.
There is a scroll of ant hull. That's first level. Second level. A scroll of make. A scroll of make whole, caster level 3.
That's good.
And a scroll of ant hole. Yeah. Yeah.
Anthole's not bad when you're done the dungeon. And you got some loot to teleport out.
Especially when all the loot is toxic to everybody but you.
Yep.
Also, whatever town we're giving this plague.
Alright, we'll say the ant hall is cast at caster level 5, and those are the 3 minor items, plus the wealth and a little bit of diamonds that you found from this crypt, and I've ticked down this crypt to 0
I can
out of...
honestly see Zyra going, let's sell it all at the capital, shall we?
I need 27 fortitude saves from Renee. I know you can't get the curse, but
Sure. Let's see what would have happened.
We prestidigitate him clean before he comes out.
okay,
Like a decontamination chamber.
you can do this while he's opening up crypts. So you can give a +2 to the save, as Zita's trying to keep you
Okay.
clean.
It was 27, you said?
Yep.
Alright, so 17.
Don't have enough dice to roll.
Alright, I will do it in 2 chunks. 14 number. 1d20 plus 17. DC 22 you said, or 21?
22.
1, 2, 3 fails.
Okay.
3 fails, yeah.
And 4, 5, 6. 22, 7 fails.
Okay, you want to mark at the top of your sheet that you are a carrier of crypt fever for 7 charges.
Interesting. Alright.
Well, I'm just gonna have to give you a bath.
I have to give you a ghoulie bath. Oh lordy, just kidding.
Well, let's check the rest of them crypts.
Okay, that was an hour in the morning you guys have spent doing this. Are you going to another group of crypts, or?
Yeah. We need some friggin' magic.
Okay. So
The one that we've already opened, yeah.
the one that you've already opened up in the corner here. All right. There are 24 crypts in here. Give me 24 D2s as everyone is waiting outside.
Roll up some fucking saves.
Yep.
Oh, that one's better.
Three.
How many, Mark?
13.
13. Okay. And
Yeah.
what was it? What was it I rolled last time? Was it D2s again, or was it
D6.
D6s? Okay. So, I'll make it a little bit more. No, this is fine. This is good. D6s.
For the items. All right.
Yep.
Got 7 more charges of crypt fever.
2.
2. Okay. And you said 13.
You're just gonna be like the plague carrier.
I will be a wand. I will be a wand of this thing.
Okay. You find 4,200 gold pieces worth of jewelry and 500 of diamonds.
Okay.
Those diamonds. Put them in randomer.
Yep.
And then the 2 items, I will be kinder this time. Instead of rolling d10s, I'll roll d6s. If I roll 1s on those items, They are medium and not minor. Nope, they're both minor. You find why would he be buried with that? Okay, you find a potion of inflict light wounds.
Give that to Renee or or Radimer, whoever.
And then the 80 is a scroll of 3rd level. A arcane scroll. A scroll of haste.
That's okay. Yeah, ain't nobody complaining about haste.
Caster level 7. All right. And then how many fails, Renee?
It was 7.
Okay. You're just a carrier.
I'm not quite a wand yet. I need 50 charges to be a wand. I don't know what this is.
All right, and you're bagging all this treasure. Renee's got most of it at this point in time, and Zita's kind of pointing out which ones are diamonds. You're now a couple of hours into the beginning of your day.
Do you have a shower curtain? Are you in a bathtub, Mark? You're muted for your whatever your answer was. But that looks
It was laced with sarcasm, so just accept that.
Oh, you're walking. You're not in a bathtub. Maybe in a bathtub. I don't know.
It's a half curtain behind me.
Okay.
My dog is growling at something, so I was having to peek to see if there's someone in my driveway.
Okay.
That needs a good beating. I mean, shouting at.
A good sicking. Get him.
Okay.
All right.
This crypt has been looted. There are bodies in all the crypts, and it's gross. And you've got the ghoul looting around in crypts. You're not finding what you need. This doesn't seem to be the most efficient use of your time.
Well, it's more efficient than, say, dying.
Renee's looking to Zeta.
Zeta, you notice that Renee, despite your prestidigitations, just seems to have this dust on him.
Yes. Just stay over there.
What are they looking for specifically, or is that a secret? No, they are specifically looking for ways to try to get people out of stone. Looking for anti-petrification stuff.
Because you would think in the Tomb of the Medusa, the builders would have, kept some of that crap around.
Yep. You get the sense that these are minor offshoots of the main 3 families.
Yeah, we're going down a floor.
Okay, where are you headed now?
Down to F.
Okay, heading back. Maffei is there waiting for you. I guess you left Evander hanging.
Yeah, we just...
Maffei is like poking at Evander when you get there, like kind of was looking at Evander.
Show us some crypts down below.
Yes, I will warn you of what room to not go into, for Suisandra is below.
That would be appreciated. Don't take the stairs, you said, right?
No.
Alright, so we follow Maffei.
Okay, leaving Evander up top.
Yep.
Tied up like a creepy sort of hammock.
It's a crazy pinata.
You descend into the tomb of the Iron Medusa.
Is there any more of those light creature in here?
There were two. Only two. They guarded his tomb, which has been defiled.
Regardless, Renee will cast a penumbra, just does last for a couple hours.
Okay.
Just in case.
She begins to poke around and actually point out in tombs. She's had a long time to explore this level, and I'm going to start revealing massive chunks of it. Throughout this necropolis, you get a sense that a lot of the builders and maybe servants were buried down here. Some of the alcoves have bits of bone, equipment. Looks like some of them have been disturbed, whereas others still have little skeletons wrapped in poor funerary shrouds. She takes you around, pointing out where there are baubles and things that she has spotted.
Okay.
And you begin to explore this southern area, this northern area, and collecting things as you go. I assume that Renee is the one
Yes, he's the.
picking these things up and lugging them around. She brings you to a long hallway and points at a section of the wall that she says is a secret passage to the stairs that lead down into Suashandra's domain.
Okay.
Mark it with chalk.
Okay.
I think Radimer is going to just put up a couple of buffs just in case. We're in the creepy spot.
In the area located M3, arranged in various raised niches are ornately bricked walls with several dozen mummified corpses, attired with clothing of a bygone era.
Are they mummies or just
No,
mummified?
they're just mummified.
Okay.
There are oval niches in the walls along the north, obvious places of honor, each holding but a single mummy bearing valuable-looking treasures. The room itself is brightly lit by magical lights, and you find the bulk of the treasure from all of these tombs here. So, we are going to roll a few rolls here. You find 11,600 gold pieces worth of baubles going into each and every one of these crypts.
Holy crap! 11,000.
Yep.
Nice. 11,000. How much? Sorry.
11,600, 1,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
That's some serious diamonds.
Yeah, I will. How much diamonds? Sorry, I'm gonna go to Ratimer now.
1,000.
1,000. Nice, Mr. Fink.
So
You find 2 scrolls with powerful spells on them, a magical violin, a load of gemstones that are from all over the place of all the colors of the rainbow and even beyond, a decorated silver plate, an engraved platinum scarab, a gold and silver hand mirror, a gold mask with pearls, an ivory drinking horn, a platinum holy symbol. I got the god's name wrong yesterday. I called him Shaylin. Shaylin is a god in Pathfinder, so it's Shayron is the name of the lion god. Yeah. Silver chalices with dragon carvings. I'll copy past all this. A silver holy symbol of the five-faced god, a couple of wands, and some fiery looking arrows. And I'll paste all of this stuff into.
Okay, I did the diamonds and.
Yep. And the
random jewelry, but
that's fine. And I will paste this into Dread and Circus. Loot. Okay, I'm assuming you guys have read magic.
Yes.
Yes.
You find a scroll of Force Cage and a scroll of Mage's Sword. Cast at
Mages?
18th level apiece.
I'm pretty certain that Mage's Sword, it's like Big B's or some, that's one of those spells, and I don't even remember it. Like, Mage's Sword is like, just a big force sword that does a thing, but what was it originally called?
And then give me. You are able to identify the endure elements and the wand of shield, almost like without rolling. However, I do need to roll for the violin and the arrows.
35 for the violin. And 35 for the arrows.
Okay, the violin acts as a horn of blasting.
Okay.
Except it's you need string instruments perform to use, and the arrows are called searing arrows, which are fiery arrows that continue to burn to do damage on successive rounds.
It's handy against the spellcaster, isn't it?
It's in my eye.
Okay, that is the treasure that you've gathered from all the crypts that I've uncovered so far.
I'm just gonna throw those arrows on Renee, I think.
This is not a quick exercise that you're going about doing.
No.
This is probably another few hours worth of work. It's noon the next day, effectively, at this point. Maybe early afternoon.
We'll go back to M2 for lunch.
Okay, so you can go back and have lunch in M2. Have you opened up this crypt at all?
No. Because it's talking about guardians and disturbing the bones. We'll wait till later.
Okay.
Well, wait till we're not stoned.
Are you sending one of the two incorporeal creatures to go have a peek inside?
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Okay, Radimer sends Corral inside. Corral comes back just very quickly, sticks his head in instead of his head out.
This crypt is empty. A funeral shroud is all that remains.
Very well. Save us some effort.
Why would the funeral shroud be all that remain?
His body has been defiled,
says Maffei.
Given what we've seen in this place, I wouldn't be surprised if he got up and is walking around.
I believe his body is with Suisandra.
I'm assuming if it's with her, it is walking around.
No. But the things the body had are with her. This was a patriarch of their clan. Before their fall.
How do I hurt the fiendish thing with arrow?
I can help you. I've got 37 knowledge planes, Marty.
You're taking 20 on this one?
No, I'm taking 10.
Oh, your new circlet of
That's right.
maxed out ranks and knowledge planes. You need magic.
That's it?
Yeah, it's probably resistant to a lot of things.
The elements, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If my arrows are doing all the damage instead of -10 per arrow, that would be nice.
You can do catch with we can play catch with arrows with her.
Do you have clustered shot? You don't have clustered shots yet?
No.
Put the gem on Nibbles' axe.
No.
The gem of Paladin destroying.
No.
Oh?
No. Because he hits more often than I do.
But the gem doesn't work on ranged weapons.
Oh, that's right. Shit. Evander had it, didn't he? Yeah, we'll take it off Evander.
Okay.
But we'll see if we can bring Commander's back.
Yeah, while you're lunch, you go running back up
Yeah.
the stairs. You grab the thing off of Vander's sword. You kind of goes clink, like, almost like it's magnetic onto Nibbles' axe. You teach Nibbles the word.
But yeah, Zeta's gonna like hand feed Evander some food.
Okay.
Don't you spit it on me. Don't you spit it on me.
He eats. He's just staring wildly. Struggles a little bit in his thing. He starts laughing maniacally.
She comes back downstairs. I have a proposition. I want to hear what the rest of you think. As of right now, we're all in relatively good condition. Maffei can lead us to Suisandra. If we can get Evander back on his feet with your circle against evil, who's up for facing Suisandra today?
I'm up for facing her on any day.
There are still more crypts for us to look through, but I do not know if the gods will be kind or cruel.
This is what I also fear.
Marty. I just had an idea.
Okay. Is this an idea that can communicate through characters, or do you want to...
It can be, but I need to know if it... So, we have pools of harm.
Yes.
Harm acts like heal for undead.
Mm-hmm.
Radimer has spells that can turn people to undead-like creatures. I don't know if he's got one that's powerful enough to turn somebody to the point where they actually act as. So never mind, I'm good. I was just wondering if we could, like, undead anatomy Evander and then shove him in. Don't dip him in the pool.
Radimer has a power where... Doesn't he have a power where he can turn you into effectively undead?
That's... So, could we use that to
Your-
baptize Evander?
Give me a second. He's got Hand of the Acolyte, so he could be throwing his... remember, he could
Yes.
be throwing his...
Yeah.
He needs to be closer.
Like, yeah, 30 feet or something.
Oh, does he have the... No, he doesn't have that power. Maybe I'm thinking of a different cleric.
Okay.
He has Hand of the Acolyte, Dispelling Touch, Gentle Rest, and Ward against Undead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I thought he had a bolster. No. Life sight. Command undead. No. And then he's got that undead. Excuse me, undead anatomy, but I don't think that does what we want. No, at least if it did, it wouldn't be until like undead anatomy 4 or something. Okay, I'm just trying to. I want Evander on.
Then how does he
Evander on
heal
foot.
with negative? Give me a second.
Oracle curse.
Yep.
Oh, his Oracle Curse. You take damage from positive and heal negative as if you were undead. Does Undead Anatomy, can that be cast on other people?
No. So, it might not. But yes.
Unless you're an alchemist.
Okay, he may take the it's either the death domain or the undead domain. He may take that domain as an extra domain feat.
To do that.
I think it's the death. I don't know.
Yeah, right now he has repose and magic. Need a level and a feat.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, I was just trying to, I want Evander back. So, just, Radimer was thinking for a second.
Hmm.
Alright, so we go down to face her, we see if we get Evander back on his feet.
Yes, that would be the first thing.
Now, a Medusa. How does a Medusa fight? I mean, Archer, Fiend, Medusa.
Archer, well, apparently she's an excellent archer. So stay to cover, I suppose. It won't be seen. And if she's a Medusa, then she can. I don't think I have to make a roll to know she turns things to stone.
No, you guys have already talked about this several times.
Her gaze continues to stone.